Hey guys, it's Sarah. So I'm going to be doing a little project today that I wanted to just go ahead and talk about really quick before I get started. Um, on the Victoria Marie Facebook group, every month there are challenges that are um, brought about by the design team. So every month there's a challenge and you have all month to create some layouts and post them to the group. And last month's layout challenge was to use ugly paper. And I had pulled some paper that I decided I wanted to use to do the challenge, and then of course got super busy and couldn't complete it before the end of May. But I still came home and I still have this on my desk, so I do want to go ahead and do the layout because I have a really good layout in mind that I want to do. But I'm just going to go ahead and show you the paper that I chose. I chose two different papers here. So I'm technically doing this for the challenge, even though the challenge is over already, but I still wanted to go ahead and do the layout. So that's why I wanted to kind of talk about it first. So I have this picture of Layla, and I'm going to be doing this one today. She is getting on her ballet shoes, getting ready for dance. And when I was looking through my paper, I found this one here. And then the colors in there kind of match her dress that she's wearing, her little dance dress. So I decided to go ahead and pull this one. And this is by Adrienne Lumen, and she designs for Webster's Pages. This is not necessarily an ugly paper. The colors are actually really pretty. It's just very hard to use because it's so bold and graphic. And so that's why I chose it. It's really hard to use. And this is the B side of it as well. So that's, yeah, it's pretty. The colors are gorgeous, but it's just hard to use because of how busy it is. And it's kind of very, very bold. I also pulled this one to go with it. This one is from Studio Tecturic. And this one is a little bit hard to use too. It's a calendar, as you can see. It's kind of a monthly calendar and it has all this stuff on it. So this is difficult to use as well, but I'm going to make these two work together. And then the B side is this one, which is fine, but it's just very neon. Not really my style. So I am going to use these two. And then I also pulled this one for the base, and this is from Color Book. And it's just a light green kind of stripe there. So that's going to be kind of my tone down for this layout. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. All right, so I have this piece of green cardstock that I'm going to use to back my photo. As I was going through and kind of looking for some scraps to go with this, I found that in my green box and I was like, perfect. It goes really, really well. So I'm going to go ahead and put my picture on that and then just kind of decide how I want everything to be. I do know that I want that green stripe to be my main background, so I'm going to go ahead and keep that whole. And then I'm cutting down the Studio Tecturic one, and that is going to be my just a larger layer there. Sorry about the camera. This was one of my first layouts. I think it might have been my second layout or third layout after our vacation, so I hadn't scrapped for a while, and so it took me a little bit to get back into it. But I cut down a strip of that Adrienne Lumen paper there, and that's how I'm going to be using it. And then I had pulled out my inks because I was thinking I was going to ink the edges, and I pulled out my pistachio, and I'm thinking I'm going to do that. But then I realized, well, wait a minute. I'm going to back this Adrienne Lumen paper with black because it brings out some of the black that's in the pattern there, and it'll help kind of break it up a little bit from the other papers. And then I kind of realized I don't really need the ink. I don't need it to be separated anymore. I actually really like the way that looks. So I'm going to decide not to use the ink. And now I'm going to go ahead and work on my title here. I'm putting stuff down where I think I want them to go. So I have these thickers here, and this is a thicker pack called Celebrate. And I still have a few pieces left here that I haven't used, so I wanted to see what I can do. So I'm going to use the word happy, and then I'm going to use these thickers from Amy Tangerine. These are called Cal Barteski. I have a hard time saying her name. Cal Barteski. That's her handwriting, and they're in pink foam. So I'm going to use these to do the other part of my title. So my title is going to be Happy Dancer. And I did not have an A, so I just took a B and turned it upside down and just cut the top off of it to make an A. So it works. And that is going to be my title. And so I like how everything is turning out, so I'm going to go ahead and start getting my layers put down before I think about anything else. And I really like the addition of that black cardstock there. It really just kind of helps tone everything down a little bit and helps give it like definite separation from everything else. So I'm really happy I decided to do that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get my title stuck down here. So for the foam thickers, I don't need to add any extra adhesive. Foam thickers really stay put. They do not move at all. The chipboard, however, will. So I need to use some extra adhesive on the chipboard thickers. So I'm going to use my Scotch Quick Dry adhesive that is in a fine line bottle. I get a lot of questions about that bottle, so I'll go ahead and tell you now. I purchased that bottle at Hobby Lobby, and I got it in the aisle where they sell model airplanes and model cars and stuff. It's kind of where the tools are for that. And they come empty, so you can buy them empty and then you can fill them with whatever liquid adhesive you prefer to use. I prefer Scotch Quick Dry adhesive, so that's what's in that one. I also have another one that has glossy accents in it, and that tends to work fine. It gets a little more clogged than the Scotch Quick Dry adhesive does, so but it works okay. All right, so now I have these kind of vellum-y type stickers that I got from Jen, actually. She sent me these in a little package a while ago, and they're little triangles or diamonds. So I'm going to use a couple up on top and on bottom, and then there's one that says number 2 right here, and I'm going to put that right on the picture, and I'm putting that there because she's my second daughter, and so she's getting into dance as well, like her big sister does, so she's kind of like the number two dancer. So, all right, so I'm just going to cut off the excess there. And then I have a couple of embellishments here. I have this little journal spot from Studio Calico from one of their sticker sheets. I'm going to use that here. It's the right color. And then I have a couple of these epoxy stickers from Amy Tangerine. These come in good colors that work here as well, so I'm going to use a couple of those. And then I have these basic gray, they're called yo-yos, and they're like fabric circles with a button in between. I think they're supposed to be kind of flowery type, so I'm going to use 2 of those as well. And I'll add a couple more things here. So I'm going to go ahead and do my journaling, and my journaling is about Layla and dancing. This is her second season of dance, and the first season she didn't really take to it all that well. She didn't pay attention very much. She goofed off a lot in class. One of their Christmas performances, she didn't do anything. She just stood there while everyone else danced around her. She did well at the recital, thank goodness. She actually did dance. But this season, she really blossomed. She really paid attention to class. She did a lot more during the practices than she ever had. She did really, really well at the recital. Like, we were so proud of her. She did really great this season. So that's why I put happy dancer, because last year she wasn't a happy dancer. She didn't really care, but this year she really blossomed, and we're really proud of her. All right, so I put 2016 and some black letter stickers there, and then I have 2 bows here from Maggie Holmes, and I'm going to go ahead and put them both on the layout here as well. And then that's going to complete my layout. I didn't want to do too much else to it. I just kind of let everything do what it's supposed to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please let me know. And if you want to head over to the Victoria Marie Facebook group, I'll leave a link down below so you can go check it out and see how everyone else did this challenge as well. There's a big folder for it. You can see everyone's stuff. Have a great day, guys. See you soon.